Injustice, poverty, slavery, ignorance. These may be cured by reform or revolution. But men do not live only by fighting evils. They live by positive goals, individual and collective, a vast variety of them, seldom predictable, at times incompatible. Samantha had always believed that change came through confrontation. Raised in a city where injustice wore 1,000 faces, homelessness, broken schools, forgotten elders, she marched, she petitioned, she spoke with fire. Her best friend Linda, quieter but no less fierce, worked in the community clinic, patching wounds that reform hadn't healed. And Russell, once a teacher, now ran a youth center in a converted warehouse, where laughter competed with sirens outside. They were fighters, each in their own way. But one summer, something shifted. It began with a boy named Malik, who came to Russell's center not for help, but to build something. He didn't want therapy or lectures. He wanted to paint. Not protest signs, but murals, bright, chaotic, joyful. He said, "I know what's wrong, but I want to show what could be right." Russell gave him a wall. Linda brought snacks and music. Samantha, skeptical at first, watched as children gathered not to be saved, but to create. They painted gardens, galaxies, faces of people they loved. They wrote poems and danced in the parking lot. And slowly, the center became more than a refuge. It became a vision. One evening, Samantha sat with Linda on the rooftop, watching the city glow beneath them. "We've spent years fighting," she said. "But this feels like living." Linda nodded. "We need both. The fight clears the path, but joy builds the home." Inspired, Samantha began a podcast not about injustice, but about dreams. She interviewed elders who had survived war and still planted roses. She spoke with teenagers who wanted to be astronauts, chefs, healers. She asked them not what they feared, but what they hoped for. Russell expanded the center to include a garden, a recording studio, and a quiet room for prayer. Linda started a mentorship program, pairing retired nurses with young women who wanted to care, not just cure. And Malik, he became the city's youngest art director, designing public spaces that made people pause, breathe, and smile. Their work didn't erase the evils. Poverty still lingered. Ignorance still echoed. But something deeper had taken root, a collective pulse of possibility. People began to live not just against injustice, but toward beauty, connection, and purpose. Years later, when asked what changed their city, Samantha quoted the words etched into the youth center's entrance: "Men do not live only by fighting evils. They live by positive goals, individual and collective." And in that space painted with dreams, lit by laughter, held by love, those words were not just remembered, they were lived.